this map, though, in terms of composition. GENG going with the stock standard, the fade on top of the raise. And
back and watch some of the VODs of this map. I'm so impressed with the way Karon plays Omen.
Yeah, I mean, he's really grown into one of his own, and it's going to be a read, but Jing's going to get the first shot and leading in numbers as well. PRX,
they get the heals off as well from Divine. So yeah, Mindfreak taking quite a bit of damage there in that exchange, but able to get him up a little bit. The door is open, and looks like PRX is really highly considering a full-on C-exec.
Yeah, but despite the heals, of course, not all topped up just yet. Munchkin, can he get the nice shots in through? And the Poison Cloud comes up with Forsaken. He still somehow crouches through, continues moving forward, dodges the bullets. And now Texture. I mean, it's a 2v3. No real point of waiting for backup. He's got to dwindle the numbers, but he's been checked out through that one way. Meteor now on the backup, and PRX, they've taken their post-plant positions, 3 spread apart with crossfires all the way through. But a nice headshot from Meteor, kicks things up, and before he catches the trip, he's gonna get the second, down to a 1v1, and Texture already wrapping around. GENG will recover the pistol round for already coming through for PRX as well. A lot of movement around the map, trying to make sure that they have options moving forward. The alarm bot tripped, gotten rid of, and now took a little bit of damage. But look at this, GENG already aware of the possibility of a rotate back into B. Meteor, he's been blinded, but now he's got his sights back. Lakia there, but still them at bay until his teammates are able to pinch in. But Divine gets a kill on the drop. Karon hoping for backup from Texture, and they'll both get a kill each at the same time. We're trying to have a bit of a skirmish to control Rubber. It's going to be a late delay from GENG. We've seen a lot of teams adjusting to this. It's going to be a high-low from Karon as well, off of all the util masking the sound. And that is Rubble taken over. No weapons dropped on the side of GENG. Just said upgrades coming through, but Forsaken, we've seen him lurk through so early once again from Baby Door. It's gonna he may not have time to really activate anything here with the remaining timer of the spike.
Texture able to upgrade the gun, cannot win the duel against Devi though.
And it's just Meteor, who doesn't actually have a weapon either, so he'll have to go for whatever damage he can get, trying to isolate the 1v1s. He gets one. Oh, I thought he might be able to get 2, of course.
They're gonna wait things out, spread the map a bit.
Tries to reposition on a timing there, and something will get the PRX. Will even open the door to make sure that backup does not arrive onto the C site. Meteor, can he hold on to this alone? But it's gonna be a perfect paranoia, and he's been surrounded. He's just trying to stay alive, but it's too many members.
On the C site, he's just trying to find some kind of safety, and there was none.
Yeah, and I think a lot of something that PRX has learned as well is that GENG will oftentimes be prepared for those trades, right? So they don't want to take any chances. If you're going to go into the site, we might as well dump. It's going to be a safe bet. Now Jing going all the way far back, perhaps way too far ahead of his team. No backup there. A rifle dropped for GENG to... Yeah, it looks like GENG, they just want to make sure that they're able to pick up a couple more weapons before they go in. And look at that, a triple peek, high-low crouch as well, but now it's back to a double from the side of PRX. They're not letting this go yet. Mindfreak will spray down the remaining members, and Texture all alone with a Sheriff. Campier cannot combat this. He doesn't have much to work with, all his util already taken down, but it's Karon here for backup. Munchkin as well opening the door. They actually get fired back upon. Mindfreak is just continuing the spree. So he takes one down, and that opens up a timing here for PRX to enter the site. Meteor, can he hold on to it? No, the flash is too good. The paint shells will keep him tied up, and the showstopper will make sure no one else from GENG can approach, as Karon eventually gets taken down from the lurk of Forsaken as well.
Forsaken didn't have his
damage, but there's just so much to get through, and you don't have much space to work with. Lakia will still be able to fire back against Jing, but a lot of that timer's already run down. The spike ticking away. They're still going to go for it. Prowler on pressure for Texture to run in. Seemingly wanted to take advantage of that low health on the ding. And it's going to Texture. He lands just onto the tripwire. And at this point, Lakia, he doesn't have a way out either. Just trying to fight for his life, making sure that they do not chase. And it's just the
steps were being given away. It's almost like PRX is trying to bait out GENG a little bit to see what their reactions are going to be. Going to overstack C, kind of expecting that this has been where PRX feels like they have a good read onto Meteor and his positionings.
Yeah, but backup all arrived, right? And this is even with that snake bite to try to fake them out away from A site. It's going to be Texture who's trying to make sure he blocks him up, but he's a little too scared to fire the first shot. Wants to line him up, and that gives time for Jing to turn around for a double. Uncharacteristic of the star duelist of GENG to hesitate on the trigger. Let the round slip away. Karon, the rookie, last one alive, and Forsaken continue.
Talking about earlier, Will, that they're just dumping utility when they know they can get value out of it, and that's been really powerful. Big hit, trade, Meteor, and Karon
as well. Mindfreak trying to stabilize, but eventually goes down, and PRX really choose to stay.
Still has the Blade Storm. Back pocket, lockdown gonna have to be
as well.
invested.
I mean, GENG, they really want to make sure that they don't get pinched from the flank as well. They are prepared for everything, and Lakia with a snap on, but something with a flick to answer back. And now the lockdown goes through. Still not enough time, though. The defuse already started. Charon just going to have to wait for the crossfire. The tripwire is sent, no reaction. Forsaken trying to bait this out. He knows that this door is open for a reason. And now they execute on through. The revolving door is going to happen.
Wow.
Just been broken open. So we do see a bit of a trade near Baby Door, but something is the guard. Can you get through him?
No idea.
The barrel. No idea. Lakia still hit it. Going for a bit of a Hail Mary with the front of the shadows. Meteor going to stabilize the shot first. But now the pinch. GENG, they hear his shots. And it's going to be a peek out from Texture, but it gets taken down. Mindfreak still going for it. Half already done by Munchkin. The defuse, they just want to try to stick it. But the spam's coming through. It's ticking down. You have to stick it now. And he's pinpoint on for the headshot. And Devi will clean. Oh, man. I love this from PRX. Anytime GENG is weak on their buys, it's going to be Meteor who's targeted. But you can't count this guy out with single shots. He'll take down.
Going to be able to come down. Switch to the Vandal.
Oh, with the classic. Woo. Oh, takes him down. That's a rifle upgrade. Now Forsaken's lurk. Are they ready for this? They have no idea. Forsaken, he'll just take the one kill. He's happy to buy time to try to bring home this round victory. Tries to flick up, but that's a tough one. Lakia will be able to find that kill. Mindfreak dodges, and he won't be able to connect to the second one. The Toxic screen, no idea what hit him. And now two members of GENG still on the A side. But a lot of risk. Tries to take the shot, but he's a little too late. Only hits the Trailblazer. And another swing out, but Texture, good for another. Oh, that's going to be the double blast back. Completely draws across.
No, I know.
So often.
I know. Lotus has been a super defender-sided map, but this is going to be the team ace. Already trying to see if they can clear this open.
And it's as if they have a hard read on this off buy, right? The 4-sub, seeing that the weapons probably are all over the place. We just have to make sure we don't run into the operator, nor any of the amazing ultimates on the side of GENG. Nightfall gets used. Two members will dash out, but something gets ahead of it. Doesn't need audio when he's up in the air, and it's going to be the showstopper trying to keep the rest of PRX at bay, but Jing jumping forward gets a lot more kills, and now just Meteor left alive. Picks up the operator. He's always been good for one, but can he be good for three? Not even a single kill, as it will be an 8-4 half for PRX.
I mean, this is starting to look like 2023 PRX be another brawl right at the front of B.
And they'll run into each other right away. The guiding light, and it is going to be antied, and there's a paranoia, counter paranoia as well. Do they recognize where it came from? No, they're going to spot Mindfreak a little too late, and their crosshair is shaken up by the boombot as well. Double kill for Jing. The answer back from the door from something as well. The backup is there.
Keep right at their heels, right behind them. Now Lakia is watching it. Is he going to be able to get it? Nope,
No.
that's spiked down too.
Not quick enough, and Munchkin, he's afraid of the flank now, recognizing that they're pushing him from behind. You got to be afraid of where's Forsaken coming from, because surely it's going to be a pinch and a wide swing. Something's been loving. Rounds away. We've been seeing the outlaw a lot from Jing. He misses the first, he misses the second. He's in a bit of danger now. He's got to run away, but something is there with a Vandal. GENG, you did not account for this one. The bait shells will knock Jing out. As Jing wanted to greed for another off of the reload, but now back up a ride from Devi. GENG, all their eyes set on something. He's trying to draw aggro, but it's going to be Meteor who's just checking. There's the jump peek, but it's going to be Devi who swings out first. And now just trying to spray down the close members. The classic comes into play as well. And Devi doesn't need the paper.
Trying to hide.
Uh-oh,
They're set up.
Stunned.
Oh, they got him.
Trying to creep forward, but it's just not enough, and something clears that. All these traps, they have no idea where Forsaken might be. They're creeping forward. They thankfully will clear out the Cypher, and now taking over the site. It's going to be a quick surround by PRX. Revolving door, and something now from Defender Spawn as well. Trying to clear the angles. He draws the sight of one, and that's going to be the cue for the rest of the team to start pinching it forward. Devi trying to draw aggro, but he goes down. Now, a 2v2. GENG, can they win the duels? It's going to be Munchkin who wins one. Now a 2v1. Mindfreak, he gets one. Can he get the second? The spray down, not quite. Bottleneck them in tree, and so far PRX succeeds just a bit. Devi trying to bounce back and forth. He gets sighted first, and Texture with a nice flick back around. He clears the entire site on his own alongside his trusty Boombot. And that should be a
Competitive map.
And that's something that really carried GENG forward and impressed a lot of people around the world, was that they could take turns having those moments. The replays are coming back for Texture, trying to loosen himself up. End it, the showstopper. It's not checking drop just yet. He's not wise to it at all. His teammates are going to start to funnel in. One gets seen, it's a burst, but only one, as Forsaken wonders where the double peak will be. GENG, not at all. He's hiding right behind the tux screen. He counts for one. That's one down. Tries to hide back into it. GENG goes way far. The showstopper not finding its target. Texture still alive. He stabilizes for another kill. Divine freaking the short. He won't find its targets just yet. The Nanoswarm keeping them at bay, and GENG, they've got the post plants. They've got the angles. The Nanoswarm will be cleared by GENG. He's quick on that, but they have to push. They have to get kills. It's a 2v3. The spike is ticking down, and they are just getting pressured as Meteor gets yet another kill. The paint shells, but GENG only 8 HP. Gets one kill. Can he at least drop all the weapons? No, it's going to be Lakia who will get GENG over just in time before the execute happens. Is 3 going to be enough for PRX? As we do see the spray coming in through the smoke. Nobody close. They 7 clear the second trip, but it's going to be something that draws the aggro first. Forsaken good for a double. GENG still alive on the site. Something trying to bounce back out as GENG flies forward, but Texture, he's just going in through aim training as all these targets fly at him. 1v2. Can he get the clutch? He's already been spotted. He's going to plant with the help of the paint shells. Finds one. Doesn't have time though. He has to stick the plant. Will he have it? He stops it. Divine knows. And he goes for the peak. Texture with the ace. And once again,
Divine, you kind of have to think that Divine might be trying to push you with the timing after that. Of course, he's fired up with him. Or unless he's looking for the headshot, but
sure.
Yeah. I mean, still Meteor though, so good with it. 4 kills in the round for him. Getting tons of value out of that Marshall. And that gives you a little extra to be taking mountain control with a TP in the back.
Paranoia out, but he's not going to land the shot. Divine will stop it, and that should stop the advance from PRX entirely, as GENG will slow things down just enough for something. He's thinking about peeking out of this revolving door. Off of the guiding light as well. The team comes
to do. Now we're going to see that Oden come into play as the door is being pushed by GENG. Forsaken somewhat aware of it, but not able to find any. He found a little bit of damage on Texture, maybe. Okay, Meteor.
All right, Meteor. He's definitely had to play GENG a couple times before, but Charon goes down. So much damage done. Texture took a big chunk earlier as well. Now you wonder, is it even worth pushing for this Oden? They're going to try to draw that aggro over to the B side. This is all set up for Texture. If the pit used for one side, Texture takes over Heaven. The rest all choosing to stay inside to the next round. So GENG will let the round pass. 10-11 score line over Rubble. And PRX, they want to punish it this time. It's going to be a fast push out. Meteor, he's good for one. He makes the dash go away from the other. And now the backup has arrived for Forsaken. Now, does he stick around? He tags one with the cam, makes sure that they don't approach, and that buys him just enough time to try to get away. Still no audio, and he has no idea that the rope's been taken. Busy with the reload on the Oden. Mindfreak takes over drop. Spike already planted though, and GENG set up for the postman. Texture with a bit of a curveball, the wild card. Something might have seen him because he catches the barrel, chases him down, and immediately swivels for a second headshot. And now it's just going to be Meteor and Munchkin. 2v2, but the health not on their side. Nanoswarm buying time. The second one has to be launched right away. It's a lot of time bought. They couldn't clear it in time. Half not done. Now switching up that position, trying to push it. They actually just get it with the spray, and if Munchkin can't get it, it's going to be Meteor, who's just buying time. Still enough for Mindfreak. He tries to turn away.
Bumbling with it, then working the map nicely. Here we go, fast hit now out the open.
And just right through the screen for Texture to pick up a triple. PRX, they tried to adjust, and Mindfreak's holding on for dear life. If he gets a third, it's a totally different story. Now a 1v2 for Forsaken. Can he do it when PRX needs it most? The setup all the way on C site, but the lurk from Meteor, it's faster than Forsaken might expect. He has no idea, and it's going to be the kill. 12-11 map point for GENG as the crowd goes wild in Seoul.
I mean, again, PRX tries to challenge a little bit sooner than they have been.
Open, and it's going to be an A hit. Forsaken, does he look for a timing? He creeps in. He hears the Cypher keys, but that's just bait from Munchkin. The absolute 200 IQ play baits out the Cypher. GENG trades for something, but they've already lost quite a few. Divide trying to clear the site. Spike still not planted. The showstopper will have to be used by Texture to make sure they have enough time. 3v2 for GENG. Munchkin holding from afar by Rubble. Tries to cover their bases. The showstopper sent to cover drop. Now Spike planted. Mindfreak, does he use the toxic screen against them? The smoke to see if there's a peek, but not quite just yet. Drop going to be filled up by GENG. It's going to be a pinch from PRX. Mindfreak's creeping up, but the barrel shows as Lakia turns his head. Texture gets the kill onto GENG, and Mindfreak knows he has to get it, but not in time. and the IGL of GENG will close out an insane 13-11 map on Lotus.
It's unbelievable, and the comeback here from GENG, it's that determination they've had all year, that never give up attitude. So many of their games have gone to 3 maps. They've gone the distance. They have played an insane amount of games already here in 2024. You can see that they are not breaking. They are holding fast. They are holding firm. Attacker side for both teams really good. Something I want to mention, it's been the defender side actually on this map that's been really kind of their bread and butter this year so far, but both teams having some great adaptations.
Absolutely. PRX came out swinging with a lot of new ideas, with a lot of good reads, but they ran out of steam near the end, and we'll have the analyst desk coming on to the show to